I didn't have a problem with this country. Then all of a sudden they technically made it illegal to be a juggalo. It's like they took that one thing away that made me not have a problem with the government. The way we take it, it's like you didn't come up the route, everybody comes up.
Who's gonna step up for us?
You know, how would you fight this if this was happening to you?
Late one hot summer night, crowds of people gather in a remote wooded area. Everywhere, faces are covered in clown makeup and arms and legs are covered in hatchetman tattoos. By the end of the night, everyone will be covered in sticky, cheap soda. These people are called Juggalos, and they've come to see their favorite rap group, Insane Clown Posse. Juggalos have built a cultural identity around the music, the rap duo, and what it represents. In turn, ICP has stood up for its followers after they've been harassed and profiled all over the country. As the FBI has tried to force Juggalos to retreat back into the shadows, these two white rappers from Detroit have unwittingly become some of the nation's most determined advocates for free expression.
Many of you may never have even heard of the group ICP.
Insane Clown Posse is a rap group known for its violent lyrics.
A dynamic duo driving their fans into a frenzy.
We were just rappers. You know what I'm saying? That's it. We just wanted to rap, get on a major label, and rap for a living. That's what we wanted to do.
That's Shaggy 2 Dope, and here's Violent J.
Because we came up with nothing. Fucking dirt poor, bottom of the barrel, is fucking grimy as you can possibly be.
ICP started off like most struggling artists, using a basement to make their first recording.
You didn't believe in a secret, right? You know what the secret is and laws of attraction and all that? We were fully putting that energy out as kids. Fully. And it was just destiny.
Insane Clown Posse is interesting that they've been around forever. You know, they've been around for over 25 years.
We caught up with Nathan Rabin at his motel in Oklahoma City, where he was in the middle of writing about the 2017 gathering of the Juggalos. He's a pop culture writer and has written extensively on Juggalos and Insane Clown Posse.
You know, they're really kind of these white high school dropouts from Detroit who discovered horrorcore music, which is a gory, violent, kind of over-the-top, sort of like horror movies, but in sort of audio form.
But these rappers from Southwest Detroit say they are sending out a positive message, calling on listeners to wipe out racism, bigotry, drugs, and careless sex.
The music spoke to poor, scrubby white kids who identified with Shaggy 2 Dope and Violent J, kids who grew up in broken homes or sleeping in cars, kids that don't have traditional families.
We represent people that have been they were born without the silver spoon in the mouth, but instead with a rusty fork.
But you see a fair amount of diversity. You'll see black juggalos, you see a lot of juggalos in wheelchairs. Again, I think it's just the idea of it appeals to outsiders.
The underdog persona started to inform what ICP did on stage.
And then they kind of stumbled upon this gimmick where they would dress up like clowns.
All these people, they view the underclass, poor people as like carnival freaks. And that's why we wear the clown makeup.
And that's also why ICP brought the cheap soda brand Faygo on stage, to let the audience know that they should embrace where they came from.
One of the group's favorite gimmicks, fountains of Faygo pop, spraying endlessly into the adoring audience.
So that became part of their whole spectacle, as they dress up like clowns and they perform this horrorcore music and they would spray the audiences with Faygo.
Now they have a cult-like following and sell out every concert they play in Metro Detroit.
And they developed a reputation, bifurcated. You know, they had fans, they were, had kind of this period in the 90s when they almost broke into the mainstream, where they had platinum records, where MTV was kind of interested in them. They were on, major labels, and that never really happened.
It seemed like ICP didn't fit in anywhere in mainstream music. In 1997, they had their album pulled from stores by their mainstream record label.
ICP was dropped by a Disney record label for being inappropriate and too explicit.
Then came another setback.
They performed in Woodstock '99, which to me is really interesting because that was just a total shit show. And also kind of a big turning point for The Gathering, where they're kind of like, we don't belong on the Woodstock '99 bill?
Woodstock 1999 was the corporate version of Woodstock 1969, complete with expensive ticket prices, multiple sponsors, and overpriced water. Also, it ended in fires and looting. So ICP turned inward, releasing music on their own and creating a world for themselves and Juggalos to exist.
So the next year, they began the gathering of the Juggalos.
This is us just chilling at the gathering. This is what we do, how we do it. Come, take a look.
The festival has been held in different cities since 2000, and it attracts thousands of juggalos from across the nation.
And they would get kicked out of various states. They'd be in convention centers, they get kicked out of the convention centers. They would just kind of get kicked out of everywhere.
In 2017, it was held just outside of Oklahoma City at this wooded campground.
And they developed kind of this notoriety, and the notoriety was partially based on, you know, the music of Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope, and part of the notoriety was based on the fans.
What's up, Juggalos? Whoop whoop! Come out and play!
You know, they're very easy to make fun of. They're the poor white people that everybody has no problem mocking.
If you don't whoop whoop me back, you're no longer fresh. You're stale. The difference between fresh and stale is common sense. You're either ripe or you're not. Whoop whoop! Stale.
Juggalos became pop culture punchline a long, long time ago, and it has remained a very popular pop culture punchline.
But ICP used that punchline status to bolster their fans.
They gave us something to believe in. Something.
Give you something to hope for.
Yeah, some hope.
We feel like whatever the magic is that's bringing us all together, whatever the magic is they're hearing, is the same magic we're feeling. So when they say, hey, you guys saved my life, or you guys this and that, you know, got me through fucking school, you this and that, it's them that did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit saved our life too.
Like my ninja forgot his whole wardrobe, and ninjas are just throwing him stuff to make sure that he's not over here struggling. You know, he can get clean. That's my friend, my family. Ninjas is another word for it.
It's very validating and exciting to be around people who love you, you know, just because of what you do and what you like. And there's like this freedom, you know, that you find at the gathering that you don't really find anywhere else.
It seemed like ICP had finally found the success that they wanted. The rap duo had their own place in music, and Juggalos had formed a community they never had before. But then something totally surprising happened.
They may look like clowns, but feds are taking them seriously. The FBI has identified fans of the rap group Insane Clown Posse as America's newest gang.
When we first heard about it, we were just like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
you know
we thought it was cool. We thought it was funny. Like, out of all the nation's top gangs that actually think we're a gang, we must really be out there. We took it like it was cool. We had no idea of any repercussions that were gonna happen because of that.
The FBI has legal approval to basically profile Juggalos, and if they see somebody with a hatchetman decal in their on the back of their truck, you know, they can pull them over.
Yeah, no, I've been fucking pulled over, you know, because I had fucking hatchetman sticker on my car. They're like, "What is it? Are you in a gang or something?"
And the cop was like, "Oh, so you're just into this gang stuff? You're not a member of it?" We're like, "What gang stuff? It's music."
Then ICP started hearing stories about people losing their jobs or being denied custody of their children over being a juggalo. It seemed like the sort of enthusiasm that made sense at the gathering or at an ICP concert was getting juggalos into trouble in the mainstream world.
Felt like being bullied, you know, to like a massive level.
I didn't have a problem with this country. Then all of a sudden they technically made it illegal to be a juggalo. It's like they took that one thing away that made me not have a problem with the government. The way we take it, it's like, you didn't come up the route everybody comes up. You didn't come up the same avenues everybody uses to come up.
You didn't sell your idea to a corporation and use them to put it all over the world. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, fuck you now, you know?
Yeah, now they're mad about it. So they're like, you know, we're not going to let that happen. We're going to find a way to fuck you up, you know? And they did. I mean, they totally did.
And it's not just about fucking us up. It's fucking up anybody who's down with us, who listens to us, who represents what we represent. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just us. You know what I'm saying? It affects people that listen to us more than it affects us, actually.
No doubt.
You know
when I say us, I mean...
Right, us, as
right.
Juggalos.
Insane Clown Posse versus the U.S. Department of Justice. Well, tonight the Michigan-based rap metal duo is suing the government over a gang designation.
Juggalos are being fucked with. We got to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? If that ties us into some kind of First Amendment movement, whatever. We're First Amendment warriors. I don't know.
In this country, we have the right to listen to the music we want and associate with fellow fans without being subjected to harassment or criminal profiling.
What do they do when the judge meets with the attorneys or whatever and decides if the case is worthy We didn't even make it past that stage. Fucking got thrown out of court 3 times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Never even made it to court, actually.
So, you know, just people getting thrown in jail and, you know, all this shit for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't important enough to take to a trial. Nothing to it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Let them go to jail. Who cares? You know?
My question is, where's the fucking Calvary? Where's fucking Eddie Vedder? Where's Neil Young? Where's fucking all these guys?
Where's all these activists? You know what I'm saying?
Where are they?
Because it's not just an Insane Clown Posse thing. It's a First Amendment thing. It's a freedom of speech thing. It's, you know, freedom to assemble. It's freedom of self-expression.
There's always going to be a couple bad apples, and it's not fair to basically villainize every single other person just because of a couple bad people.
If you told me, oh, hey, get in this music, you're part of the gang, I would have been like, well, that's not what I'm fucking down with. But when I listen to music and it tells me to be a better person, to live a better life, treat people fairly, and fucking live the best of fucking that I can on this earth, that's what I'm down with. That's what I'm for. And that, to me, there's no gang that preaches that.
What should we do? You know, how would you fight this if this was happening to you? Whatever musician or fucking anything out there, how would you fight this?
It seems ICP and Juggalos are being forced to take a step into the mainstream world again. They'll be marching on Washington in September 2017 to protest the FBI's gang designation.
Who else is going to step up for us? You know what I'm saying? So far, nobody. So if we don't do it, it's just going to be left the gang. You know what I'm saying? It probably is anyhow, but at least we got something to say about it.
We're definitely going to Washington to march because fuck all the bullshit that comes along with the police.
I'm going, my kids are going. We have 5 rooms rented. My homeboy is renting a 10-person van.
It's a publicity stunt, 100%, because we want to say to everybody, we're not cool with that.
We're just trying to let motherfuckers look at Juggalos in a different light. That's all we're doing, you know what I'm saying? So we can get a fair shake at life.
It's infuriating.
It's fucking bullshit, man.
That's why we're marching.
This is our lifestyle. This is our life.
Juggalos are America. That's the America that I relate to. You know, that's the America that speaks to me. It's, you know, America of outsiders, of weirdos, people who aren't accepted, you know, who don't belong in their places.
Only in America. That's right.